Hello, Carmen.
Hello.
Welcome today.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking time out to do this with me. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
So today I'm going to ask you a few questions about teaching abroad.
Okay.
So what kind of teacher are you?
I teach English, mostly English conversation.
So like a TEFL teacher?
Yes.
Where do you come from?
I come from Texas in America.
Why did you decide to teach in South Korea?
I have a degree in English, and I was looking to see what I can do with it. And the one that really caught my eye was teaching abroad, because I've always really loved traveling.
Where have you worked in Korea?
I worked at a private kindergarten, and now I work with public school.
How did you get this job?
I actually went through a recruiter. I had to apply and interview with them. Then they set up an interview with the school.
What did you like about teaching there?
I really liked the interaction that I got with my Korean coworkers, honestly, and students from different walks of life this time.
What did you not like about teaching there?
In Dongtan, it was fairly stressful, partially because private schools tend to be more stressful. Partially also, it was my first year teaching, and I felt like I didn't have a firm grasp of what I was doing. That's the kind of thing that only comes with experience. And I really like just being able to connect to the students more, I think.
Would you recommend teaching in Korea?
Absolutely. I would not recommend it to people who only see it as a way to travel, but if they're willing to put in the work, and I mean, you're primarily coming to teach, travel's a cool perk, but as long as you see it as an actual job, yes, absolutely.
What do you like to do in your free time in Korea?
Mostly the same thing I did in America. I like to read, crochet, go to movies. I go to a lot more coffee shops now because in America, maybe I would go to a friend's house, but in Korea, it's more common to meet your friends at the coffee shops instead.
They have a very big coffee culture here.
Yes, yes. I have also started drinking more coffee than in America.
Same here. Did you do any research about Korea before you moved to Korea?
Oh, yes. I am a very careful person, so I spent maybe a year or two going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to actually go through with it, and I spent that time researching.
So what did you know about Korea before you came to Korea?
I knew, honestly, I watched a lot of videos. I knew it's fairly similar to America in a lot of ways. The the big difference, I knew some differences in culture. The big difference was the language barrier. So I knew how to read Korean, which is really easy to learn. I knew how to say hello, thank you, how to count to 10 in both number systems.
Did anything surprise you about Korea?
I think the most surprising thing was the language barrier is a lot more intense than I thought it would be.
Yes, aiming to that.
But I am boss at charades now.
Body language is so important here.
Yes.
Use minimal language if you don't speak Korean, and use more gestures.
Yes. I know one word. Odi. Where?
Is there anything you know now that you feel that you would have wanted to know before you moved to Korea?
Fans are clutch. When you have to dry your clothes by hanging and you want to prevent mold in your apartment, open the windows, turn on the fans. I wish I had known that my first year. It saved me so much trouble. Otherwise, the kids are kids. I mean, they're a lot like American kids. They have the same kind of wants and desires. You don't have to be afraid of them. They speak a different language, but kids are kids.
Thank you for your time, Carmen.
Of course.
That's the end of the interview.
Yay!